Okay, good morning. I'm going to play the Phillies and the Mets this morning. 1975 project in New York. Opening day. Spin this camera down a little bit so we can get. Let's see here. Is that good enough? Yeah, that should work. All right. Maybe a little bit more though. Is that holding on? Hope so. All right. That'll do. I'm trying to give myself enough arm room here because I got to reach across and get to the mouse or trackball. Okay, I'll do a share of the screen. All right. Let me see what I got on the TV here. Let's see what I got. Turn the volume down. And if anybody comes in, I should be able to see the chat. Slide that a little bit closer to you. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so we got the Mets Phillies. It's April 8th, 1975. And the starting pitchers, as would be expected for the Mets, it's Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver was a starter 36 times that season, was 22-9, ERA of 2.38, 280 innings, allowed only 217 hits and only 11 home runs, walked 88, struck out 243. And opposed by Steve Carlton, 37 starts, was 15-14, ERA of 3.56, 255 innings, allowed 217 hits, 24 home runs, walked 104, struck out 192. Lineup for the Phillies, leading off playing second base, Dave Cash. Batting second, the shortstop, Larry Boa. Hitting third, first baseman, Willie Montanez. Batting cleanup, left fielder, Greg Luzinski. Batting fifth, third baseman, Mike Schmidt. Hitting sixth will be the right fielder, and that is Mike Anderson. Yeah, Mike Anderson. Hitting seventh, playing catching, Bob Boone. Hitting eighth, playing center field, it'll be Alan Bannister. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Steve Carlton. For the Mets, leading off and playing left field is it Gene? Yeah, Gene Kleins. Batting second, playing second base, Felix Milan. Hitting third, the first baseman, John Milner. Batting cleanup, third baseman, Joe Torre. Hitting fifth, the right fielder, Dave Kingman. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Jerry Grody. Hitting seventh, center fielder, Del Unser. Batting eighth, shortstop, Bud Harrelson. And batting ninth, pitcher, Tom Seaver. Defense behind Seaver from left to right in the outfield, Kleins, Unser, and Kingman. Infield from third to first, Torre, Harrelson, Milan, and Milner. Grody behind the plate. Enough of that. Let's get going. Seaver, 5-7. And the pitch. And he strikes out Cash, who didn't even wave at that one. Caught the corner. One down. Larry Boa. 4-5. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Milan, picks it up and throws it to first. 2 away for Willie Montanez. And the pitch by Seaver. Ground ball again to the right side. Milan to Milner, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Seaver. We'll go to the bottom half of the inning, And Carlton on the hill. Behind him defensively from left, right, in the outfield, Luzinski, Bannister, and Anderson. Infield from third to first, Schmidt, Boa, Cash, and Montanez. And in behind the plate, of course, is Boone. Kleins, Milan, and Milner do up this inning. 6-9. Carlton catches Kleins looking as he catches a corner. Quick strikeout for him. Both pitchers start out that way, striking out the first batter they face looking. Here's Milan. 5-7. Let's see, a 3 and a 13. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Cash throws it over to Montanez for out number 2. This sounds like the top half of the first inning. And here's Milner. Four, 6. And the pitch. And ball 4. That one didn't catch a corner. According to the umpire, Milner is on first, and that's the first base runner we've seen here in New York today. Joe Torre is up at the plate. We're 6. The pitch. And he walks Torre. So Carlton trying to catch the edges, apparently. Maybe he thought his control was outstanding enough after the way he did against Kleins that he could get away with doing that. But this umpire has decided to get kind of tight with his strike zone. Dave Kingman steps up, and boy, walking 2 guys ahead of him, their best home run hitter by far. 4-9. X chart for Boa. Let's see, a 9 and a 12. Ground ball towards Boa, and it hits off his glove, and he does not make the play. That's going to be an E6 on Larry Boa, and Milner will end up at third. Torre takes second. Kingman at first. So 2 walks and an error have loaded the bases with 2 outs here, and Jerry Grote is up at the plate. Grote hit .295 in 1975. That is a 4-12. Chopper back to Carlton, and that's going to end the inning. Well, the Mets loaded him up with an assist by Boa with that E6, but they leave him loaded. 0 runs, 0 hits, 1 error, 3 left. We go to the second inning. No score in Shea Stadium. Luzinski, Schmidt, and Anderson. Luzinski hit .300. 211. And that could be a hit. And it is. Pitch by Seaver. Luzinski up the middle with a single. That's the first hit here today. The Bull is at first. Mike Schmidt steps in. 34 doubles, 3 triples, 38 home run, and 95 runs batted in. 101 walks, but he did strike out 180 times. 29 stolen bases for Schmidt. in 41 attempts. 6-8. Pitch by Seaver. Popped up on the right side. The first baseman Milner is under it. Waits and makes the grab. One away, and that'll bring up Mike Anderson. Anderson playing right field today. Hit 259 last year. Or I say last year. I do that all the time when I'm playing replays by myself. I always kind of like pretend I'm in the next year, but using the same stats. But 1975. Anderson. Oh, more trouble for Seaver. Base hit to right, and Luzinski is going to go from first to third. The defense decides to keep Anderson at first base, not taking the chance on throwing Luzinski out over there. Runners on the corners with only one out for the catcher, Bob Boone. Bob Boone, who hit 246. Five eight. And the pitch. Popped up, center field. Unser drifting back a little bit, tagging, and coming in to score is your base runner, Luzinski. 1-0 Phillies. That brings up Bannister. Anderson takes off running. The throw by Grody is right on the mark, and he is out trying to steal. 1 run, 2 hits, 0 errors, and nobody left. Mets coming up. Unser, Harrelson, and Seaver. Let me look real quick. He's a 4E11. Morning, Tim. Unser, Harrelson, and Seaver. 2-2. Pitch lefty to lefty. Unser hits it hard to right. Anderson drifting back near the track, looking up, and it's out of here. A home run. Del Unser has tied the game. He had 10 home runs in 1975 and 53 runs batted in. So both teams strike here in the second inning. Yeah, I guess they were kind of nice to him that year. Harrelson now steps in. Batted 219. Doesn't look like he played a whole lot, though, in 1975. Only 73 at bats. The pitch. Harrelson lines one into left field. And Luzinski fires it back in, but a hit for Harrelson. So both offenses getting going a little bit here in the second inning. And that brings up Tom Seaver. Nobody out. Actually, against left-handed pitchers, his batting card isn't that bad. But I'm going to bunt with him. Corners are playing in. There's a bunt by Seaver. Boone picks it up. Throws to second. They got the lead runner. It wasn't a very good bunt by Seaver, and they were able to throw Harrelson out. So now Seaver, the base runner. Klein struck out looking his first time up. The pitch by Carlton. And ball 4 declines. 3 walks now for Carlton. And Milan steps up. I think he grounded out to Cash his first time up. Six, 9. The delivery by Carlton strikes out Milan. So Carlton has struck out 2. 2 out in the top of the, or bottom of the second, rather. And Milner coming off a walk. 1-6. Ground ball to second. Cash has it, and that'll end the inning. But a run, 2 hits. 0 errors, 2 left. We go to the third inning. It's 1-1. Bannister, Carlton, and Cash due up for Philadelphia. Six, 4. And the next chart for the shortstop, Harrelson, 10, 12. Ooh, that was lucky. Ground ball toward the middle. Harrelson has to range to his left, picks it up, throws over to Milner, and there's 1 away. Brings up Carlton. Carlton hoping this comes up at 4, 5, or 6. 6, 5. And it still didn't help him. Pitch by Seaver, strikes him out. 2 strikeouts now for Seaver. Brings up Cash. 2 down, nobody on. He's 0 for 1. A strikeout. And here's another pitch. Grounder to Harrelson. And that'll wrap up the top of the third. For the Mets here in the bottom of the third, it'll be Torrey, Kingman, and Grody. Torrey walked his first time in the box. 1-5. And the pitch, fly ball to left. Lazinski camps under it, makes the catch, and that'll bring up Kingman. Reached on an error by Boa his first time up. One, 8. Split roll. Fly to left. They're making the bull run. He's going back, and he's got it. 2 down. Grody 0 for 1. Next chart for Mike Schmidt. I'll re-roll that. That's kind of... Ooh. A 1 on the range and a 9. Ground ball. Schmidt has it over to first, and that ends the third. We go to the middle innings. It's 1-1. Boa, Montanez, and Luzinski. 5-4. Hey, Dave. And And Seaver delivers. Boa hits it up into the air into center field. Unser is racing back but doesn't make the play. And that rolls away as Boa is going to try to get a triple out of this. And he does. So a leadoff triple for Larry Boa. Infield in against Montanez. 0 for 1. 3-5. And that's lifted to right. And Kingman makes the grab. Boa gonna try to score and does easily. A sac fly for Montanez. So he gets his first run batted in. Lazinski has a single and a run scored. It's 2-1 Philadelphia in the top of the 4th inning. All ones. Pitch by Seaver, rides in, and it catches Lazinski. So Lazinski has reached on an error and now been hit by a pitch. Plus has been doing a lot of running in left field. Mike Schmidt with 1 out. 1-5. Pitch by Seaver. Strikes him out. 3rd strikeout for Seaver. And it's Mike Anderson 1 for 1. 5-5. Split roll 7. And that's a hit. Into left center. Lazinski's going to be stopped at 3rd. A double for Anderson. 2 in scoring position for Bob Boone. Boone has an RBI today on a sac fly. 6-7. Pitch by Seaver. Strikes him out. Bottom of the 4th. It'll be Unser, Harrelson, and Seaver. Unser homered in the 2nd inning. 1-3. Lefty. Ground ball to Cash. Over to first. 1 away. Harrelson's 1 for 1. 6-8. Pitch to Harrelson. Fly ball to center. Bannister, who doesn't have very good range, but makes the play. Seaver. Two 7. And Carlton strikes out Seaver. 3 strikeouts for Carlton now. Bannister, Carlton, and Cash up here in the top of the 5th. 2-9. Pitch by Seaver. Grounder to Harrelson. Throws it to first. 1 down for Carlton. Struck out his first time up. 3-7. Hit it pretty hard, but right at the shortstop Harrelson. 2 down, and Dave Cash hitless in 2 attempts. 2-6. Seaver with the pitch. Ball 4. That's the first walk allowed by Seaver. And Boa, 1 for 2 with a triple. 4-6. And Seaver walks him now. Back-to-back walks to Cash and Boa. And Montanez had a sac fly in the 4th inning, which drove in Boa. 6-9. Seaver strikes him out. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kleins, Milan, and Milner. Sorry about what, Dave? I missed what you said before. Let me look it up. Vikings. Kleins, Milan, and Milner. Kleins with a walk. 4-6. Ball 4. So Kleins has walked a couple times. I assume you were making an inside joke to the show Vikings, Dave. I didn't get the reference, but you can explain it later. Milan hitless in 2 at-bats. Struck out his most recent attempt. Let's see, he's a good bunter. Miller's not a good hitter. Yeah, they're going to... See, his Klein's a good base stealer. Not really. He's going to try to bunt. Popped up, bad bunt. Montanez makes the grab. Klein's still at first, and here's Milner. 6-7. Carlton pitches and strikes him out. Torrey has walked and flown out. 1-4. On ball, Schmidt throws him out. We go to the 6th. Lazinski, Schmidt, and Anderson. Lazinski has singled and been hit by a pitch. 4-7. X chart. Ground ball to the right side. Milan makes the play to Milner. Here's Schmidt. 0 for 2. 4-5. Seaver strikes him out again. And Anderson steps up. 2 for 2 today. A single and a double. 6-10. Next chart. And 8 and 9. Ground ball left side. Third baseman Torrey up with it and makes a good throw to end the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. Still 2-1 Phillies. Let's see. Carlton's point of weakness potential starts in the 7th. And Seaver's in the 8th. Oh, great. Sounds like a cat's getting sick. Kingman, Grody, and Unser. Maybe not. No, he is. Oh, good. I got a hairball to clean up in a moment. 6-6. Line drive to Boa. Grody. 0 for 2. And the next start roll. Reroll on that one. That one's kind of leaning. 8-13. Abs. Oh, that's Hannah. Hannah. I don't see anything. You can't get it up? Huh? Let's see. Unser. What am I got here? I got 2 outs, nobody on. Six. Split roll. Line drive to first. Montanez makes the play. And on to the late innings. 2-1 Philadelphia. Boone, Bannister, Carlton. Boone has a sac fly. 3-6. Popped up. First baseman Milner makes the grab. Here's Bannister. 0 for 2. Five, 7. Pitch by Seaver. Strikes him out. 7 strikeouts for Seaver. And here's Carlton. 0 for 2. 1-8. The pitch. Fly ball to center. Unser makes the grab. And that ends the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time in New York. Harrelson, Seaver, and Klein's due up. Harrelson 1 for 2. 3-11. Another one that's kind of leaning. Fly to left. Luzinski makes the grab. Seaver coming up. Now I got a decision to make. What do they have for a bullpen? Baldwin isn't bad. Webb isn't too bad. Jerry Cram. Only 5 innings that year for him. Was it Max Scarcy? He didn't even retire anybody, or maybe one. Not a hit. No, he didn't retire anybody because he would have an ERA if he did. It was just a line. Harry Parker. Too bad. Well, taking Seaver out isn't something I want to do, but it's getting late. They need a base runner. Let's see, Staub. Wayne Garrett. John Stearns. The late John Stearns. The Jack Heidemann. Bob Gallagher. And Jerry Moses. I'll let Heidemann pinch hit here. So that's it for Seaver. 4-9. Hannah. I re-roll that 20-sided die. Hey, get out of my bag of dice. Yeah, I know you don't want to get. You don't want to get out. 8 and 11. Two down for Kleins. Walked the last 2 times. 3-5, and here you are again. I know you don't want to be down, but I don't want you up here right now. Now, if she comes up here again and I try to pick her up, she's going to get really mad. Line drive to Schmidt. And Heidemann. Will he stay in? No. Where are we at? We got the top of the order due up for the Phillies. Do I want a lefty in here? No, I think I'll go with a right-hander. See, Baldwin. Webb. Probably Webb. Webb or Parker. Yeah, Webb will come in. So Hank Webb is the new pitcher for the Mets. Cash has struck out, grounded out, and walked. Top of the 8th. 2-1 Phillies. Or 7. Ball 4 to Cash. That brings up Boa. Cash. Let's see if he gets a lead. Nope. Does Boa want to bunt? I'm going to do a hit and run with Boa. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. It worked. Cash goes from first to third. So runners on the corners. Nobody out for Montanez. And the infield has to come in. Phillies working on an insurance run. 3-4. Grounder back to Webb. Holds Cash over to first in time. Boa gets from first to second. One away for Luzinski. Luzinski 1 for 2. He's singled, been hit by a pitch and grounded out. 3-8. And the delivery. Base hit to left. Cash will easily score. Bola's going to get waved around. Here comes the throw. The play at the plate. And I got to roll again because I got the blocker of the plate rule. Boa is in under the tag. 2 runs score. 2 RBI for Greg Luzinski. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. For Schmidt, 0 for 3. So they get a couple insurance runs. 4-12. That one's, I think, a foul ball. Ground ball. Webb comes up with it. Toss to second. They get Luzinski. Schmidt's at first. 2 out. Schmidt's trying to steal, and he does. A stolen base for Mike Schmidt. Runner on second. 2 out for Anderson. Anderson's got 2 hits in this game, including a double. 5-8. And a delivery. Popped up on the left side. Harrelson, the shortstop, is under it. Makes the catch. A 2-run score for the Phillies, and they are up by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Carlton is still on the mound. Milan is up. 0 for 3. Uh-oh. All 6s as Carlton get hit or injured for the rest of the day. Ground ball to Montanez. Nope, he's good. Milner has a walk. Just reviewing to see if I want to. Nope. Milner going to go ahead and bat. Hey, Popo. 1-7. Fly ball to center. Bannister makes the grab. 2 down for Torrey. A walk. His first time up. 0 for 2 since then. Split roll. And There's a fly ball to center by Torrey. Bannister going back, and he doesn't make the catch. It gets over his head, and Torrey has a 2-out double. So Joe Torrey in scoring position for Dave Kingman. Maybe the Mets can get themselves back in it. Two, 4. Pitch by Carlton. Fouled away. Next pitch. Strikes out Kingman to end the inning. And we are on to the 9th here in New York. Phillies 4, Mets 1. Webb to face Boone, Bannister, and Carlton. Boone, 1-9. Fly to left, and Kleins has that one pretty easy. Bannister 0 for 3. 2-8. Pitch by Webb. Struck him out. And let's see, Carlton, he's doing fine as far as fatigue is concerned. None yet. 0 for 3 for Carlton. 4-3. X chart. Carlton, a fly ball to shallow right field, charging in is Kingman, but that's going to drop in front of him. A bloop single for Carlton. And Cash, who's walked the last 2 times he's stepped in the box. 0 for 2 today. 1-6. Ground ball to the third baseman, Torrey. Throws to first, and that wraps the top of the 9th. A single for Carlton. But now, he's going to see if he can finish what he started here today. Get a complete game. Jerry Grody leading off. He's 0 for 3. Del Unser, who's homered today, he's on deck. And Bud Harrelson, maybe. 1-6. And Hannah. Ground ball to the shortstop, Boa. That's 1 away. Del Unser. One for 3. If he didn't have a hit, I'd probably pinch hit for him, but it's kind of doesn't seem right that with a home run to take him out. 2-3. Grounder to Boa. 2 down. And that'll bring up Harrelson. Yeah, he's got a pretty good chance to get on base, actually, on his card. 1-5. Nope. Stay over here. Ball 4 to Harrelson. And now the pitcher spot. And you're just trying to get me going, aren't you? You're just trying to get me going. Always got to get into something. Is there something? What did you find over there? Oh, hey, leave that alone. No, Let's see, Rusty Staub. You can wait one more out, can't you? If I ever get to it, huh? Wayne Garrett. I guess Stearns, maybe. The late John Stearns. And Moses. Yeah, Stearns is going to pinch hit here. Right-handed batter. .412. Chopper back to Carlton, and that ends the ball game. The Phillies win on the road against the New York Mets 4-1. Phillies 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The Mets 1 run, 3 hits, 0 errors. The winner, Carlton, of course, he went the distance. His ERA is at 1. And the loss on the Mets side is for Tom Seaver. 7 innings, allowed 2 runs, both earned, and 4 hits. No home runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. His ERA at 2.57. And then Hank Webb, 2 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits, 0 homers, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. His ERA at 9. Extra base hits, Mike Anderson and Joe Torre each had a double. Larry Boa had a triple, and Del Unser had the game's only home run. 1 stolen base, that was by Mike Schmidt. Mike Anderson was caught trying to steal. 2 sac flies, Willie Montanez and Bob Boone. And that is it here in New York. So I can stop sharing now on that. Stop screen. Moving up. All right. I'll send a couple invites. I guess I can stay on a little bit. Got a few people watching. That's nice. Hope you're all having a good Saturday morning. Big sports day, huh? I don't even know if there is any sports. Was it all-star stuff this weekend? I guess that's probably what it is. The NFL teams that are those players, I think, have already started their, what do they call it? The all-star games or whatever their marketing that is. Let's see. All right. Not saying nothing because I can't really do 2 things at once, I guess. What did I do? Hit the cat box button? Must have. Okay. I sent some invites out if anybody wants to come on. College basketball today, Tim? UNC Duke. Yeah, I mean that's a good rivalry. I guess that'll probably get some ratings. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched a UNC Duke game in probably more than 5 years. I like college basketball. I enjoy watching it, but I guess I just don't find it. Maybe there's just too many other choices nowadays. I mean, I know when I was in high school, it seemed like I would always had time to watch a bunch of stuff, and I just don't get around to a lot of sports. I even used to watch some tennis back in the 80s, early 90s. It seemed like I'd see Wimbledon and Yvonne Lendl or Boris Becker. One of those two guys was always on the court. What was the other guy's name? Another European player. I can't recall now. Yeah, John, and I just used to watch as much of that as I could. Good morning, Dwayne. I sent you an invite. John, I don't know if I have your email address. But yeah, I mean, Bjorn Borg, that was a little before I got into it. So was Jimmy Connors, and I probably caught like the very end of McEnroe's career. Trying to remember some of the other players that were. I don't know if I can. I know I really got into watching the Flying Illini team back in 1989. I think that was 89. And was hoping they could get to the championship game. Yeah, I guess, McEnroe was probably a guy that was either loved or hated. I think that was the case with Connors too, wasn't it? Wasn't either people liked one or the other between those two? I got you, John. Yeah, it seemed like I remember hearing people say, if they liked Connors, they hated McEnroe, and vice versa. Of course, Connors was kind of animated too out there, wasn't he? With his fist pumps and getting the crowd into the game, and where McEnroe was always throwing a fit about something, yelling at the umpires. It seems like I remember images of him pounding his racket on the net. You got to be kidding me. I don't understand it. What do they call that? Top shot or something, where they're showing whether the ball landed in bounds. I see it, Tim. And it looks almost like a computer generated image rather than an actual picture or something. So I don't know what technology it is or what it's doing, but
yeah, John, he had his ways. He thought it was right for everything, and
yeah, well,
never usually was. And then they didn't have a replay system, so
yeah.
Plus, they took a lot more for the language than they would today. Today probably would have been disqualified for some of those matches for rants.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So wonderful 19 degrees here at the Cleveland area.
That is sunny finally yesterday here, and now it is today.
That is nothing compared to what Mount Washington got in New Hampshire. Negative triple digits for wind chill.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Triple digits?
Yes.
Is that? I mean, can you even expose your skin to that more than a minute?
Probably not. And I'm guessing that. Well, I don't think it's probably habitable. At least I would hope not.
That almost seems, like instant death.
Yeah. I would think that water would freeze within a matter of a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
But then again, that's not the air temperature. That's just with the wind. So.
Yeah, but the air temperature's got to be, what, minus 50 or something at least?
Probably minus 40, I think. And then it also depends on how fast the winds are. If you got high winds, you only need maybe about like a 8 or 10 degree temperature if you've got 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, I can't complain. We're up to 42. I mean, it's still cold for our standards, but I guess not really for this time of year, though. I think
you figure the people that are reporting in the north, like for the Mets, for the Guardians, for any team in the north, are going, all right, how many more days until pitchers and catchers report so that we can get to the warm Arizona and Florida?
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of the month, I think, isn't it? Where they report, and then they start
right after the stupid bowl.
Okay.
Is when they report, and then the games will usually be right about the end of the month.
Yeah, I remember hearing that they start at the end of February.
And I find it kind of interesting, like for the Guardians, they'll pick and choose, like, granted, because you're taking away, it's usually during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So you're taking away from drive time radio, which is usually the radio station's most profitable.
Mm-hmm.
When they get the most listeners, so they can charge most for ad rates. Some spring training game where the starter's only going to play maybe an inning or two, and then you get a bunch of nobodies. People are going to turn off by about the fourth, fifth inning.
I didn't see a lot of Guardians baseball last year. Can you kind of give me a little idea what Stephen Kwan and Miles Straw are like as players?
Okay, so Kwan is your, we'll say, I don't want to compare him to Ichiro, but it's close. He's not going to strike out a lot, thank God. Not a big power hitter, but will put the ball in play.
Mm-hmm. A spray hitter?
Yes. And will steal you a few bases. Straw essentially is your good defensive player. Had a great offensive season in 2021, but not a good offensive season in 2022. Although he did kind of turn it around the second half of the season, but was so bad in the first half, his stats didn't reflect it.
But he's got pretty good speed, cover a lot of ground.
Yeah. He won the Gold Glove last year for center field.
Is he one of these guys that makes these highlight web gems and stuff? Or
no, because he's usually better positioned.
He doesn't have to.
Right.
How about Kwan as far as his arm? You mentioned Ichiro. Is he not?
He doesn't have Ichiro's arm. That's why he's playing left field instead of right field.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I saw something on Facebook a couple days ago about Pete Rose is the only player that played over 500 games at 5 different positions.
Left field, third base, first base,
second base.
Wow. Okay, that had to be early in his career when he started.
Yeah, second base and right field early in his career.
Okay. See, I guess he started when.
And Rob was like, "I'm surprised he played right field." And I said, "Yeah, that was early in his career."
I guess he played when Stan Musial was finishing up, and I guess Stan Musial had good words to say about Pete Rose. Somebody had mentioned that the things like, yeah, we got this. There's this young kid out here playing second base or right field. Watch out for him. His name's Pete Rose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always fun
to
kind
of a story about like in Montreal when Gary Carter was in the minors. They called him the kid or something like that, and it's like a look out for him too. And
if you were part of that Montreal AAA team in probably 74, 75, 76, you knew it was coming. It was just you didn't know when it was all going to come together.
You could almost put that AAA team in the majors. Right then
Yeah, you
and
probably
there.
say something about the mid '80s Mets, early '80s Mets AAA team.
Yeah. Who was on that?
Strawberry, um, maybe Lenny Dykstra. I mean, that's the thing. Okay, you can draft what you
Because
can
I
claim
know
as
I know
good.
Knight was a free agent, and Hernandez and Carter, and
Right. Yeah, that was unfortunately Keith got run out of St. Louis because of drugs,
yeah.
in my opinion. My 5-year-old opinion self. Because he got traded, 84?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Fortunately, that
Kevin
was
Mitchell, he was probably on that AAA team,
probably, yeah.
and Kevin Elster,
Potentially, yeah.
he might have been in a AA or something back then.
Right. It
Now,
was sort of like,
generally, AA is kind of where you're looking at your futures. AAA is kind of the spot where might move a guy up from AA that you don't have really a room for on your major league roster for, or somebody that's been in the majors already and got moved back down. And so
yep.
AA is kind of the last step where guys are still kind of for sure going up.
Right.
Yeah. Unless they're just down there for like a rehab game or something.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, some of those AA players look forward to any rehab assignments because usually it's from the well-established people. And like if you remember hearing the story about Max Scherzer doing rehab work, he bought everybody watches or paid for a nice a nice bus for them or something like that. So usually if an established major leaguer comes and does a rehab, they'll usually
like, thanks for letting me crash your party.
yeah. Because God knows when Michael Jordan played for Birmingham in '94, they had his, they used a customized bus because he could afford it. So, yeah, he wasn't going to be on some rinky-dink bus, But
yeah.
Oh, hey Rob,
what do you think was the story why Jordan really went to baseball? Was it friction between him? Did he get bored? Do you think, or
it could have been something where he got bored, or he had something that he wanted to fulfill his father's. He said he wanted to play baseball because of his father,
just to see if he could.
No, I think it was because it's something that reminded him of his dad.
Mm.
So there was always the conspiracy theory was about gambling where he had to go away, but I don't buy that one iota.
What, league pressure or?
Yeah. David Stern might have told him, go away for a couple years and we'll forgive this little gambling thing.
Yeah, I don't buy that story.
I don't either.
He was too important for the league.
Right. Or also it's
I mean, there were a lot of players.
Rob,
Rob, can't hear you.
Nope. No, can't hear you. Can't hear you, buddy.
Can't hear you, Rob. He's been having all kinds of trouble with his audio and computer lately. It buffers and stuff, I think.
Speaking of that.
How about now?
There you go, Rob. Yeah, we can get you.
All right. So y'all talking about somebody in the NBA that had trouble with gambling?
Oh, I had posed the question
Barkley?
to Jordan. No,
Jordan.
I had posed the question by Jordan and stepped away for a couple of years, and he said that there was one rumor out there that Stern told him that he needed to step away.
The Stern was going to suspend him. Not a chance. Not a chance. He may look. Three people you can think right now for the NBA being the way it is: Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan. Those three saved the league. In '78, the league was tanking, man. And now It is. It's rocking. It's rocking now. And Bird and Johnson just saved it all through the 80s. They did it. They did it
There was a lot of
themselves.
good players that came up, though. I mean,
But them two were
because you had
I-
Ewing and
they were good on it, almost like wrestling. They were great on it, Mike. They could play. They were the same size, and then you got one dude that's whiter than a brand new painted fence, and then a guy from the hood, kind of like, wasn't he from Chicago or was he from Detroit?
And you still had DeBar.
Isaiah Thomas, he was from Chicago.
No, I'm talking about Magic.
No, he was from Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, okay, all right, and that's and you couldn't have wrote that book no better. You couldn't write that script no better. And then those two guys now best of friends. They won't never enemies, but
You mean Magic and Larry Bird?
yeah,
Yeah.
they won't never enemies, but they were just always.
Well,
They were
two best teams in the league.
rivals
That's why.
Huh?
They were two best teams in the league, so they faced
Right,
each other.
exactly. They were, but you take both of those guys away from those teams, they ain't the best teams in the league. I know the Lakers were great, but you put Magic with the Pistons, you put Magic with the Jazz. Can you imagine John Stockton, Magic Johnson, and Malone? Shit. They could have probably won 5 in a row because they had the inside game, outside game, and Magic he was great defensively.
Your problem would be that you'd essentially, well, that's true. Then Magic probably doesn't pass the ball as much as he did in LA.
No,
Utah.
he did what he had to do. If you remember when they had Michael Cooper out, he was out hurt for a while. He was a shooter most of the time. He was a guy that was taking the outside shot. He was filling it up 30, 35 a night. That's just the way it was because he had to do it. And that's those guys did what they needed to do. Magic Johnson passed the ball. Larry Bird. I mean, look, Larry Bird won three-point contests in a row.
Yeah.
But still, he led his team in assists every year. And that's just the way he was because he knew he could make other people better and they make him better. And that's just the way it was, man. That was a day and age of basketball, if you ask me. I really liked it. It was a lot of hitting going on. There was a lot of pounding going on in the inside. But
I think that's the problem with trying to get fans. I wouldn't say my age. Maybe my age or a little older, because we're so used to, hitting the mid-range jumper, not shooting a lot of threes,
right,
and the inside game,
right.
And since
shooting a three was a luxury when nobody was within 15, 20 feet of you, and you especially if there was a chance you still get a rebound from it. Yeah, you took.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. It's like you had to get you had to make sure that you had your inside guys boxed out, and then you could shoot the three in case you got the long rebound.
But now you can have 5 defensive guys down at the end, and you can have one guy at the top of the key or outside, and he's going to take that shot, and he knows there is like 2% chance his team gets that rebound, 98% chance the defense gets it. And the thing of it is, it's the odds, man. It's the odds. It's a way to go because if you shoot, let's say you shoot 55% from the field, and you shoot 30% from 3, you're better off. You're better off. So
yeah,
that's.
But I think the problem is that the 3-point competition went from being a kind of novelty thing to where it's
Hi guys.
Now it's a commonplace. So why have the competition now?
How you doing?
Well, and the thing of it is, everybody can shoot it. I mean,
right.
Look, when you got Joel Embiid, that's 6'11", and in college, I think he made 6, 8, something like some crazy little low number. And then in one game this year, he's tried 11. I mean, It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. It's taking the league over. I don't know what they're going to have to do.
I don't know if they want to do anything. They probably want these 130-point games.
Yeah, they like it. They don't want to see an 87, 83
Yeah,
game.
it's like every game is an all-star game now.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If they get to the 150s or 160s, then we'll maybe start talking. You know, but those are still very rare in regulation.
And I've even heard that they were going to turn the clock back to 30 seconds again. But why? Ain't no need in it. It don't ever get. I mean, in a regulation NBA game, I bet you probably have one or two 24-second clock violations. One probably.
So if I remember right, the way they came up with 24 seconds, it was the amount of points scored per possession, I believe.
And then they figured out how many possessions they'd get in a game that way. Yeah,
right.
With 24. Yeah.
So I'm like, are they expecting more possessions now? Like, I don't
see.
see
So
why
maybe if they want to go a few less possessions, go to 30-second shot clock. I don't know. There are some high school games now that they've got that 30-second shot clock in certain leagues. Now I don't know if they can use them in the state tournaments and all, but I think you need it because nobody wants to watch a 14 to 12 game and a team hold the ball for all 8 minutes of a quarter.
Well, thankfully, Ohio doesn't have a shot clock, but they still have enough possessions to constitute a good game.
They don't have a shot clock.
Not that I know of. I think it's been
How many years? I've been to a high school game in 20 years myself. I haven't been in a long time. Yeah.
Like I don't even know if there's anybody that's even worth it for. I went to a couple games I think while I was still in high school.
Right.
Actually, I went to the regional final, regional tournament in Toledo, which is about an hour and a half away. I went and saw my alma mater play there.
Yeah.
It's good.
And so you're in the 60s most nights, so it almost equates to a college.
It's got to be cold where you're at, Tim. 15, 18, 20?
About 20 degrees, yeah.
28 here. 28
Did you see the story about Mount Washington in New Hampshire? Minus triple digits wind chill.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I'll pull up the story here.
Oh,
you see what I have?
So minus 100 degrees wind chill.
Yep.
Oh, dear Lord. I will say this much.
We got 20 degrees.
We went to Mount Washington when we was on our way to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, they say the mountains down here in North Carolina are bigger than those. They don't look it. They do not look it. You can see, it looks like for a solid 5 miles from one mountain to another. It's just, you can't see people and you can't see cars. I mean, you can just see the huge mountain in it. And you drive, it's interstate going up and down these damn things. It is absolutely crazy, but when you start talking that's death if you stay outside long.
Oh, yeah.
Right. They said it was minus 46 for the air temperature with 97-mile-an-hour winds.
Wow.
Oh,
Where's this at? Where's this at?
Mount Washington in New Hampshire.
Oh, my God. You're kidding.
Yeah. It's one of the highest. I think it's the highest peak in New England.
That's 20 degrees.
Yeah,
we
went up in Mount Washington Railway.
Okay.
And dude, this was June. We're talking last week of June. We're going up that damn thing. At the bottom of the mountain was 61 degrees. It wasn't hot by any stretch, but 61 degrees. We get my mom and dad on, me and my wife get on, and we ride, and you ride for about, I don't know, hour and a half or something like that. And they go slow, but you go on some high mounts because it's a trestle that's over a quarter mile long that you got to go across that damn thing. I wouldn't want to do it if it was windy. So anyway, we got all the way up to the top. And when we got up to the top, it was 38 degrees. 38. End of June, bro. Big lake out there, just as pretty blue. Dad got out. He said, "Damn, it feels a little cold." I said, "Dad, it is cold." He was getting around a lot better. He was getting around a lot better. I said, "All right." He said, "I got to go back inside." I said, "Yeah, let's get you back in there." So I got him back in the train where it was warm, and me and the wife went out and got a jacket and whoever needed it. We were like, if you were outside, you got to wear the damn thing. But if you're inside in the train, it's nice and warm in there. So, and we sat there for about 30, 35 minutes or whatever.
That's the same way if you're going out to like Mount Rushmore or like any of the Black Hills in South Dakota. You better bring your sweater because it'll get cold.
And it don't matter if it's July. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're in higher elevation too. So
right.
Yeah. That's wild, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody brought that up at work yesterday. I'm like, there ain't no freaking way that's humanly possible. Yeah, it is.
It is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They were talking about somebody up in Winnipeg. They got 4.5 feet of snow on the ground right now.
Jeez,
dude, if we had 4.5 feet of snow, we wouldn't be able to go. We wouldn't be able to see our neighbors next door. We only live 50 feet from them, 100 feet from them, both sides. 4.5 feet, we would be stuck. And that's what's crazy. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, by that time, the snowplow would have to come through the apartment building at least a couple times. Yeah, but still,
we don't get a snowplow come through here, bro. We don't get a snow. We're on a dead. We got a little dead end street. Keith will tell you, it's about maybe 0.2 of a mile, something like it, maybe 1/4 of a mile.
I don't know if I ever went with you down to the other end there.
Yeah, we rode down there. My cousin lives down there. It's about 11 houses that live on this one side of the street. The other side maybe 3 or 4. But you could probably throw a football from 1 yard to the next, something like that. I mean, definitely not golf shot type deals. I could hit a golf shot 5 or 6 yards down, but a football, I could probably throw a football from one driveway to the next easily. Probably not 2 driveways down. That's a little too far. But it's so, and then it's a little hilly too, and all. They'll come through here if we get 2-3 inches of snow, and they're like, oh well, they ain't nobody's done this one yet, so they'll just do it, throw a little bit of that salt on it. But if it's a foot, they're gonna drive right on by us up there, and they're gonna be like, good luck, guys, and we hope you got 4-wheel drive.
What would it be like in a hilly area? Like if you had a real big hill and you could put like a golf like a hole on there, you put like you tee off.
How would I work it? How would I do it?
If you could tee off up near the top, and then your hole was like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 feet down or something.
Oh, good Lord, 2,000! Oh my God!
Well, whatever.
I've hit one about 95 feet while I was up here, and then the fairway's down here.
300.
When it lands, it don't matter if it's dry outside or whatever. When it lands, it's like a bomb falling down. So it's not like it's got any angle or trajectory at all.
What if the slope was like, it'd be 300 feet down and maybe 1,500 to 2,000 feet.
It would really. All you would have to say is how far it is. So if you had to hit one maybe 190 yards, you want to hit it about 80 yards probably, because it's going to work its way over and over and over a little bit. But for 3,000 feet, I don't know. I mean, my God, you could probably give me 100 balls. If you had a green 100 foot by 100 foot, I might hit 2. Probably not even that, because your trajectories. I mean, you could probably give a kid iron and let him hit it, and it hits it 15 feet off the ground and goes a little ways. Probably have a better chance than because you don't know how far you got to hit it out.
Or have it so the ball would kind of roll down and then it would come up like a ski jump and flip off the end of it.
Only Keith can come up with something like that. You're doing a ski jump for a golf ball.
That sounds like something you find on a putt course.
Yeah.
Or
extreme putt. It'd be on ESPN.
That'd be awesome.
These video games where they make them do the,
Yeah.
360-degree spin and all that.
Coming next on Holy Moly.
Holy moly.
Yeah, the little putt show that they have on ABC in the summertime.
I ain't never heard of it.
Steph Curry was on it. Like, it's essentially like these extreme holes.
Oh, okay.
And, Tessitore and Rob Riggle, I think, are the play-by-play guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a summer thing for that ABC uses to fill time while they're doing reruns. I don't know if they'll do it this summer or not, but it was kind of interesting the couple times I did watch it.
I was listening to some of Post 10 do some of those, go into abandoned houses and stuff. And it's like, you'll just walk in there. Hey, is anybody in here? We're just filming. Just taking pictures. Anybody in here? And he goes downstairs.
Hi, everyone. I found out that there's a culvert that's blocked. I call him Culvert Man. He ought to have a big C on his chest. There's a culvert that's blocked down at this pond, and I'm going to see if I can unblock it. Really? You going to see if you can? Dude, we know you're going to unblock it.
Yeah, otherwise the video doesn't get posted.
Post 10.
Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we watch him. We watch Post 10. Post 10's a trip.
Oh, he should be. I'm surprised he doesn't have a mechanical engineer's job, because he knows all the things that are wrong with it, how they're built wrong, and
yeah, he can tell you what's wrong about everything. He's like, yeah, whoever did this is trash.
Yep, exactly. Or this was built with the wrong material or something like that.
Yeah,
this would never last.
Yep. I like it. He walks around the pond for about 10 seconds or 20 seconds. After further investigation, I find it's like he's a damn. He's one of these guys that's
an inspector.
Yeah. After further investigation, I find that this is something wrong with this. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, Brett. He's funny as hell, though. He is funny.
Dave, you got some favorite non-sports YouTubers there?
Me?
Well,
yeah.
My son, Bren, he is more into like, in fact, we're going to play a game later. He likes those Vassal War games that you play by email. Yeah. He likes those. And I have a lot of friends that are into war games and stuff, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say this is a springtime. Well, it should be close to springtime out where he lives. I think he's up in the Post 10's up in the Northeast.
Yeah, but he goes out west a lot because I see him in Oregon and shit lately. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he has a mom, a dad, or what going on out
in the
there.
State of Washington, I think.
Yeah, he's been in Oregon.
Like
he's been in California.
Trains and stuff, looking at old tracks.
Yeah, he's been out there in Oregon and shit. I don't know what he does, dude. I can't figure him out because he's been out there working around in like it looked like maybe out there in like New Mexico and shit too, out in that area. I don't know what he does.
He was in some old dam the other night.
Oh yeah, well he bought that. He bought that land.
Where he went down and then he walks across it and he's going through all these different rooms and he's like, I'm scared because he was afraid there was an animal or something down there. And
the van, he's the one he sleeps in. One he put a wood heater in it and all, put a bed in it, and I'm like, good Lord, that man is right, ain't he? Yeah. And then he lost his girlfriend. His girlfriend tried to stealing from him.
Oh no.
He posted something,
What?
but yeah, she was being a thief.
What was she stealing? Money or?
Whatever.
I don't know, but he said something about she was a thief, and he
No.
posted it up. I'm like, damn, boy, that's right.
Huh.
There. Ain't nothing like having a thieving girlfriend, a thieving boyfriend, and then post it up online and say, "Yep, guess what? He's a thief. She's a thief."
You don't watch that John and Ash channel?
Who is that?
John and
Me?
Ash.
I have never seen it. I've never seen it
heard of
myself.
Well, that's where Rob would be interested in. They go to Goodwills and
Last night I watched Rick Shields. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Rick Shields. He played golf. He's a golfer from England, and he tried.
No.
He's not a pro by any stretch, but he's not a bad golfer, not at all. And he got together with these Goodwill people, and they took him around. He found a Scotty Cameron putter. Paid like $3 for it. I'm like, good Lord. I wish they had that shit around here where I'm at. My God. Scotty Cameron putter, dude. You can throw it online on eBay and get $100 for it. Blind. You don't even have to clean it up or nothing. Clean the damn thing up, you can probably get a couple $100. Scotty Cameron, he's known for making all the Tiger Woods putters.
Oh.
Yeah, Nike couldn't make them to his liking. And Scotty Cameron got in touch with Nike and said, yeah, I'll come to work for you, but I want this amount of money. And he wanted Tiger Woods kind of money. And they said, no. So he said, that's fine. Well, Tiger been getting his putters from him all his career. He didn't mind. He don't mind. Cameron knows what he's doing. He ain't a dumbass. That's what you get. And you better not be a dumbass if you go be fixing up things for the best golfer in the world at one time for 25 years straight. Yeah. Because that's one thing Woods wouldn't put up with is somebody that's half-assed this or half-assed that. He wouldn't.
Do not open with a sharp object. What am I supposed to open with? My fingers?
Yes. Push it on the sides and pull up.
Sharp object. What am I supposed to open with? My fingers?
What I do?
Push it on the sides.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah.
What I do?
Just my baseball cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They're like $60 for this set.
I got to go down and hit a mom's, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one thing when I used to work food service. I was like, I gotta use a knife to open. No,
No, you don't.
Especially if it's clear tape. All you have to do is push in on the sides, and that'll be enough room to,
Yeah, this is that round tape.
What is it, like blaster boxes, or is it boxes of stuff, or is it individual cards there, Dave?
It's a set, one set of tops, 2022, all the cards, 660 cards.
Okay.
Oh, baseball cards, actual baseball cards.
Baseball cards.
Sure, like the factory sealed sets.
Exactly.
Okay.
Got one of those. See,
Keith,
this guy.
Who was pitching for the Phillies at that game?
Carlton.
Carlton versus.
Hey Tim, I think I gave you a Rennie.
Who is Carlton pitching against, Keith?
Oh, Seaver.
See that guy.
3-1 is going to be my. I haven't seen it yet. That is, I'm gonna say Phillies win 3-1. You can either go ding 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 or either say you're wrong, Rob. But it don't matter. I'll watch it anyway. I'm gonna try to be back in a little while. I gotta do some running around. We got some stuff going on. We're actually heading out of town tomorrow for a day or two. We'll be back Tuesday, but we'll be back in town for the
Tuesday. We're doing picks, right? With a one pick.
Yeah, I'll be back in town for picks, but we're taking the parents with us. And
That's good.
I want to go check on Dad right now. I just want to make sure he's doing all right. Hadn't been down there yet. And there it is. The whole time we're gone, it's supposed to be warm. Right? It's cold as shit right here right now. I know it says 30 degrees, sun's shining, but that wind, I don't even want to go out there in it because yesterday I got out in it. It was cold as crap, but I'm still surprised. We're at the 4th of January, and we hadn't seen a flake of snow. Now, my brother.
Oh no, it'll come the 16th or 17th.
17th, something like that. After you get here, it won't be too bad because it won't stay. I ain't never been stuck in a week. We might be stuck for 2 days. We may have to sit here and eat chili and drive each other at the house with our farts. But we gotta porch anyway. You can at least sit on our porch.
Don't worry about it. I got like a whole freezer full of pizzas downstairs.
That's great.
We'll have
I got a bunch of pizzas too.
A couple of pizzas.
Bought a bunch of pizzas.
Some waters,
it looks like it's on snow.
It's pizza time.
But if I don't see any of you again before I leave, y'all have a good one. But I'm gonna try
you
to make
too, Rob. Have a nice trip. Okay, have fun, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to make it back in a little while so I can talk to you some more.
Okay, bye. Yeah, so now I come in these baseball players. I have a bunch of written. They wanted me to write 100 players down, so I have like 45 batters and about 20 something pitchers so far for fantasy baseball.
Oh, I haven't even because I don't know when the draft is. I haven't even started ranking my guys.
He said
yet.
March 12th or 13th or something like that. I don't know. That's when they want to do it, but I don't know when the best time to do it is.
They haven't made it official yet.
So. No, they haven't. They haven't. I'm just preparing little by little. I'm not even doing it every day. I started watching the 2022 All-Star game on YouTube just to get used to some of these new players because the seasons I play are kind of like you guys. I play the old. I go back in history. So.
I think a lot of it is that okay. So what we want to see strikeout. Like we saw enough of it. We don't want to replay strikeouts, home runs every at bat.
Yeah,
I know. That was
home run.
Strikeout, walk, or home run. It's the 3 outcomes. We're tired of seeing it. We want to see singles and hit and run,
home runs. Yep.
No, and then also now the funny thing is if you buy I guess I have to find out if you buy a 2022, like the first time you ever buy, so you have to buy the box and everything. Does that come with the pitcher hitting cards because there's no DH or there's DHs for both leagues?
No, yeah, probably not. You probably just have like one.
I'm not sure.
They probably.
I mean, if you buy the previous sets, you would get them, but you know.
Yeah. So they're not having the DH. I mean, what's going on in baseball these days? What's the
it's universal DH.
Universal DH starting this year.
No,
last year. So last year. Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, that takes a lot of the strategy out of the game, but I like the DH. I'm not against it. I guess
the problem was that the pitchers of course didn't hit or they bunted all the time.
Right, they didn't get a good.
And they're trying to get more
good hitters. Yeah, I understand that. The rule I hate is the overtime rule, the extra inning rule, with the man on second. I cannot stand that.
I don't like that either.
Nobody does.
Just me off. Nobody likes that. Yeah. And how do they score that? They just give the guy a double, or just
the guy who made the previous the out in the previous inning is on second base.
Oh, I see.
So it's not any like you could have a perfect game going through 9 innings, and still lose.
Okay,
because they'd be like ground out, an RBI on that, I suppose.
Well, you could have because if it's runner on second, then ground out, move to third, sac fly brings them home.
But it's not an earned run, right?
Right, I believe that's what they decided.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Well, it's an RBI to bring him in, right? If sac RBI to bring him in, he's on second base. All right,
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It still counts, but you could still have a no-hitter or perfect game. You didn't allow any base runners, but you could still lose the game.
Well, I got me a nice album for the baseball cards. 900 has 900 slots, 18 per page. Oh, when you open up, you got 18 slots. Yeah, so I got that too, and I want to get some rookie cards. So guys like
did you get
and
series? Now the complete set is that series 1 and series 2, Dave.
It's series 1 and series 2. Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it is. Yep. and you get 5 variation rookies in it. And I guess each set has different rookies. But you get 5 variation rookies. I guess all the rookies are there, but it's 5 special cards that come for 5 of the rookies.
Yeah, they're like some kind of
I forget-
like color variant, I think, right?
Yeah. These
It's
sets
to
come in
entice
teal,
people
they
to
come in
buy.
blue, and you're right. That's what it is. Yeah. Some people will buy 3 or 4 of those sets, and you collect them all. Yeah.
That's kind of. Then again,
That's
there was
crazy.
a YouTuber that is every first of the month opens some sort of 1990 tops, either a box or rack packs or
Yes, I
anything,
like those. I like
because
those
he wants to
shows.
try to find the Frank Thomas no name on front error card.
Oh yeah.
Like he could have already built like 5 sets with the amount of cards that he opened.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that he was trying to find the rare Donruss gold card from 91 Donruss. Man, that fricker, that guy opened up like 60 boxes and finally found one. It was
Is that right?
ridiculous.
Wow.
It is very rare to find one. He's like, I just want it to be over. I just want it to be done. And then like less than a minute later, he finally found one.
Wow.
In a pack. I was like,
amazing.
Man. To open up that month, and then he put together the whole puzzle because Donruss used to do puzzle because they couldn't do gum. They did their first year. The first year of Donruss, they did gum.
Yeah.
And Topps put a cease and desist on them to get them to stop.
Stop with the gum. That's too bad because I loved gum baseball cards. I loved it when I was a kid, of course. But
yeah, but now with the thing of grading, there ain't no way they were ever going to have gum ever again.
No.
Although I did like the 93 tops or 92 tops had the scratch off where if you match the 3 stats you got to send in for something.
Mm-hmm.
Those were always fun to open. But I had some Phantomatic who was back 2015 2016
right,
tried to get the people involved would send out baseball cards like they were the minor leaguers that hadn't made it.
Oh, interesting.
So I didn't pull anybody that ever did anything. Like Dalton Pompey, who played for the Blue Jays. I pulled his card. So
that's good.
Yes, it's too damn expensive. Plus, you can't,
They are.
Like now though, the people are like, I know what day they restock, so I'm gonna go shop on this day, and you can only find them at the customer service desks in some places.
Right.
That's how bad it got during the pandemic. Now it's cooled off a little bit, but
yeah, it has. Yep. Yeah.
So did you decide if you're going to order any Strat cards this year, Tim?
I did order 1976.
You did? They should. Cool. It'd be nice to see what kind of quality cards they are. With the thicker.
They're not using the heavier card stock. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh, just the 2022 season.
I think it was just the 22 season that they were going to put in heavier card stock. Because then they would have to, for all their inventory, if they wanted to go back and do it, they'd have to spend it'd be like a waste of money for the old printing.
Oh.
I would say that they'll if they wanted to go to the real card stock full time, they would have to, essentially sell off. Like at that point, you'd almost be like, all right, here it is. We've had this sitting around for how many years? All right, the 30% off. Have at it. Or free shipping if you order these sets.
Mm-hmm.
If you really wanted to invest in doing the heavier card stock for all the sets,
they could do it.
How about you do it where you
or something, and then
every year you've ever done ever. It's like just hell as this. Richmond has this thing, and who knows how much longer he'll be doing it. Yeah. His son, I don't think has any dog in the fight, so he'd have to sell it off to somebody if they wanted to continue. So who knows? I mean, they've been around 62 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Some people don't like those, having like the 50-50 system, but I kind of look at it as, you're just combining it all into like one card, basically.
right, yeah. Well, I mean, and then look at how many times you saw John Farrell's card for 88. RGL didn't know him. In fact, he probably forgot that he was the Red Sox manager for a while. He had so many blanks on that card. It was like, okay. Now, granted, I don't know if I ever got that set myself, the inside pitch.
88?
No, well, any of them.
Oh.
Like I've seen RGL play a countless number of games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wonder what he paid for his sets.
And it's like, okay, I kind of get, F9 is fly ball to right, or, RP is range play. And he goes over it very well on his little intro.
He does.
Before he starts the season.
I had to turn his volume down a little bit. He's loud. He's good, but loud.
Yeah.
Ain't he loud, Tim?
He's
awesome into it. He's awesome into it. That's great. I thought it was great, but man, I turned the volume down because my headphones, they get so wow.
Yeah, well, and he's also in a house, so he can be a little louder.
He's got his mom there, right?
Yeah, he's got his mom there, but
he's
Mom, get the phone.
No. He's like, I'll let my mom get that.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
If it's some phone call during the middle of the game.
I got him as a friend on Facebook too. I got him as Robert Lasden.
Yep.
Yeah.
He even came out and said, somebody asked, what does the RJL stand for? And he gave his full name right there on the thing. So the funny thing is, I'm surprised people still call me Tribe fan or Cleveland baseball fans. Like, you're friends with me on Facebook. You can call me by, unless I don't put two and two together, or I'd rather just call them by their YouTube name,
Right.
Like there was one guy that I got sent something through Twitch, and he literally put my Twitch username to mail it to me. Instead of my real name, he put my username. As the name part. I was like, okay. I get not trying to differentiate between, okay, look, I'm probably never going to meet you. I'd rather just put your username down.
All right.
What is the King Twan gaming thing, Dave?
Oh, that's my channel. King Twan Gaming. Yeah,
kid wanted to watch King Kong.
Yeah, my daughter Danielle, she's 20 years old now, but when she was, I'd say 6 or 7, 8, she loved King Kong. She wanted to watch King Kong all the time. She just loved that movie for some reason.
Oh.
And she said to me, Daddy, can we watch King Twan?
Okay.
And I said, you mean King Kong? And she says, yeah, King Twan. And I said, okay. And I said, okay, dear, we'll watch King Kong together. And we did. And so all these years later, I remembered that. And so I decided to make a King Twan, and then I found myself a little.
Was that the one with Jack Black in it, or the one from the 70s?
Right. That's right. The one from Jack Black, the 2005. Yeah. And we watched the extended version, of course, which was 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Well, then again, there's that. What's it? The Justice League one that's 4 hours with the extended cut.
Oh
yeah, it's like something like that. Yeah. I thought it was 3 something, but yeah, you could be right. But it's got a lot of extra scenes on the island and stuff with different dinosaurs in the water and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Then again, half of these movies, they cut 45 minutes out of the movies. Like some of these are 3-hour movies before they get cut.
Yeah.
That's right.
Golly.
This one was one of those.
Was about half hour longer.
Yeah.
But they cut all the love scene parts between Gene Hackman and the one teacher.
Yeah, right.
And then when you see them kiss at the end, it's like, oh, so you guys got together? How?
I know, exactly. I love that movie, though. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I guess Gene Hackman was a terror to be on set with.
Yeah.
Was he really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a jerk off, jerk.
Well,
Yeah.
him and the director didn't get along, and they said he likes a chaotic set.
Right.
I don't know why, but
Unreal.
he hasn't done much lately. But then again, he's older now, so he
He's
doesn't
very
kind of
old,
need
yeah.
to.
Yeah. The last movie I saw him in was the submarine movie. What
The
was it called?
U-571.
No, it was a newer submarine.
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Crimson.
Crimson Tide. Yeah, that's the last one I saw him in.
Was Denzel Washington in that one too?
Yeah, I think he
and
was.
Viggo
Yeah.
Mortensen, young Viggo Mortensen from Lord of the Rings was in it.
You want to see a
Yeah.
young Viggo Mortensen? Go watch 28 Days with.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I've seen that before. I love those movies. Yeah.
Yeah,
the funny thing is that
at that point he looks like Grant Show from Melrose Place.
Was it 28
yeah.
days or 28 days later? Which one was it?
No, 28 Days.
Okay.
28 days
later is a horror movie.
Film.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's called 28 Days.
It's about Sandra Bullock going to rehab.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The baseball pitcher is Viggo Mortensen.
Right.
Like very young, like in 2000, right before he did Lord of the Rings.
Right. Yep.
Who played the character that committed suicide in that movie?
The female?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't think she's well known. Let me see. Actually, it was a heroin overdose or drug overdose.
Oh, is it a drug overdose? Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I remember something about a female character that died in the bathroom.
Right. Azura Sky was the.
Azura Sky, that's right. Yeah.
Let's see if she's done anything since.
She was in an episode of House, I remember.
Really?
Let's see here.
And then she was in an episode of The Mentalist, I think, as a Wiccan. Mm-hmm. She played a Wiccan.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to find the House episode because, I mean, I've watched like the first 4 seasons, but I don't. It's not something I guess you put 2 and 2 together for.
It starts out, she's the patient in it.
Okay.
And she's like a mortician or works in a morgue or something. And she starts hallucinating that the dead are kind of coming up and coming after her. And she tries.
That's funny.
She's like talks with a Russian accent or something. And then
what's up? Hashtag Jabroni Network. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Yeah, hi, Alex. But yeah,
Jabroni Network. That's awesome.
So
and she starts hallucinating that she's seeing her grandfather or father or something in the hospital room.
Yeah, I just saw one of the stories about the shorts. Like the kid was sticking plastic figures up his nose, and I was like, okay, so the house pull one out, and they pulled the other one out. And he goes, why does he keep coming back? Why does he stick figures? And he puts a magnet to it, and he realizes that they're magnetic. So he sticks it up the kid's nose, and the kid had stuck a cat up there that had never gotten pulled out. So he sent the firefighter and the policeman to go in and get the cat from his nose. Yeah, some of the episodes were kind of funny. There was one that had Did you ever watch Bones, Keith?
Bones? I've seen a few episodes of it.
Do you remember the actress that played Daisy?
No.
Is Daisy one of the ones that worked at the Jeffersonian?
Yes. She was the fast talker that was married to Sweets.
Okay, I probably would recognize her if I saw her.
Well, she was in one of the episodes, and then so was the guy that played Aristu Faziri that married Camille. Okay, so if you haven't watched past like season 3 or 4, then you probably wouldn't recognize half these characters. Because I'll tell you right now, for Bones, if they would have stuck with the male leader, they wouldn't have got 3 seasons out of it. it's not that he's a bad actor. I'm sure he's quite good, but just the energy wasn't there that they had with Camille.
And who was the male actor?
David Boreanaz was the main male actor. Of course, him being on Buffy and Angel, and now.
Well, he was on the series the whole time, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And but Sweets lasted up until like season 6 or 7. They killed him off. I don't know if they didn't want to pay him or anything. And then Freddie Prinze Jr. was on for a few episodes, and so was the guy who played Mark Shapiro in Moneyball. He was an FBI agent later in the show. I was like, okay.
And what was it with the one character that he ended up getting put in prison? Was he like?
Oh yeah, Zach Addy, yeah, because he followed Gormagon. He tried to burn down the lab, and because he added too much chemicals to something they were doing, and tried to burn the lab down, and he explained that he was doing it for Gormagon, and like that's why they kind of granted him leniency. Well, he was in prison until the final season or two. Might be the final season they finally let him out. Essentially, yeah, and then he ended up solving a case from. There
was a
access card.
There was an episode on the other day where he was in prison or something, and a guy came in to try to kill him. And he got the knife away from the guy, and he acted like he was almost wanting to kill the guy, and then he didn't. And then the other guy got the knife back or something, and then was going to attack him, and Boreanaz's character came in and shot the guy and killed him.
I'll have to go back and see that one again. Like I want to say I've got almost all the first like 3 or 4 seasons memorized because that's all I had on DVD. But yeah, I always watch the Christmas episode from season 1. What's up, Apple Brian?
Hi, Tim, Dave, and Keith.
Hi, Apple Brian. How are you, buddy?
Doing great. Didn't see you till just now.
Oh, that's fine.
Let me see. Where am I? I lost myself. I started looking for stuff.
I just played a straight game this morning and stayed on.
Oh, here I am.
Invites.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. Jesus. Shouldn't say Jesus.
Where are you at on your King of the Hill thing right now, Brian?
We played 6 or 7 games, and I'm just going up through baseball history. And
now you said the teams that win the most games in a row.
The 2 teams that win the most games in a row will play a World Series at the end of it.
Okay.
But I'm not going all the way through all my Epic Classic teams. I'm at the 2010 Chicago Giants team, and they are going to play the Philadelphia Athletics next, 2011 or 1911.
Cool. 1911, yeah. What about when you get up to like 2020, Brian? Who do those guys? What's going to be the last team you play as? I wonder. That's what I was kind of curious.
No, I don't think I'll play anybody from 2020. I just
dead ball stuff.
Yeah. How about what are you going to go up to? 1990s?
I'll go up to the present time.
Yeah, present time, 2000s, someplace.
Unless
I have 16 teams. I got to play a game between the 1938 Red Sox and the 1947 Boston Braves. Now the Boston Braves won 7 games so far, and the Red Sox won 5 games. So it's going to be a good. I'd like to see who's going to be the king of the hill out of that one. Then we'll go on again. I got 16 teams I'm playing with. So yeah.
Yeah, my project, everybody keeps knocking each other off. I can't get.
They did on mine for a while too. Yeah.
Yeah, win one, lose one, and then they're out.
Yeah, then they're out until I circulate, come back again for the second round or third round. So I'm going to go to 20 wins, and then do a wild card too.
I had a really bad day strategy wise yesterday. I sacrificed. They did a lot of bunting in the dead ball.
Yeah.
but I
I
butted
watched that game.
butted into a double play. Just butted on a
Yeah.
roll that would have been a double if I wasn't sacrificing it. Just
Yeah, I
everything
saw
I
that.
did
Yep.
just turned out ugly.
Yeah, I saw that. It's one of those things. It's a chance, taking a chance. What are you gonna do?
So today I was just sitting down getting my thoughts together for the Super Bowl show. We're going to do our Super Bowl show on Monday night.
Oh, you're doing Monday night? Okay, good.
Yeah, 5:30 Central Time.
I guess we're doing ours Tuesday night, aren't we, Keith?
Yeah, because Rob's
Yes.
not going to be around on Monday.
I could go on your show, Brian, if you want me to. I can go on there and give you my pick. I don't know if you want me to. It's up to you.
Do you think Rob would mind that?
I don't know. I don't want to be a traitor. No, I don't think he'd mind.
I
It's
do have
a
some guests
good nature
on.
for good nature.
I've got,
Essentially, if you're given the same pick that you give on Brian's channel,
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
and don't mention it on the show, but just keep
Not
the
a
same
good idea.
pick, the same score.
I'm gonna have some guests.
Yeah, that's
Sportsman
okay.
Z is going to join me again, and Anthony of Bleacher
Well, I'll watch
Bums.
the show. I'll watch it. I don't have to go on there. It's okay. I'll go on Rob's just to keep it even.
Anthony of Bleacher Bums Gaming is going to join me.
He's great.
Sportsman Z,
He's one of
and
the few that picked the Chiefs to win that game.
possibly Al Red Sox fan is going to join me too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's great. He's great.
Oh, he is.
Ron is pre-playing the Super Bowl tomorrow night, I believe.
Ron Jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Okay.
good.
So
On what?
watch for
what
that
game?
on Twitch.
See,
Probably,
I like second and 10
Action
football.
PC, I think.
Yeah. See, I don't like Action PC. I like second and 10 better. I don't have the damn 2022 season though. I have to get it.
The computer, like Action PC, I don't know how accurate those games are. I've watched a few of those because, like, you can't really call, like the one game I was watching, you can't really call plays that would be called, in modern times. It seems like.
Right. It seems like
Second and 10,
better.
you just call passes and runs, different types of runs and stuff and passes.
Pro strategy football seems to be very realistic.
Which one?
Pro strategy football.
Pro strategy football. Yeah, I don't like the graphics.
animated
I don't
one?
play that one.
That's what I was thinking of. Pro strategy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Fast Drive. I've been playing Fast Drive. I haven't
Fast Drive is
pre-played it
good.
online yet, but I'll pre-play one of those games online.
So I will say this: the one thing I'm going to miss next weekend, and yes, I've seen them hundreds of times. NFL Network will, and maybe it's this weekend they're doing it. NFL Network will be doing that. They'll show every Super Bowl highlight film from NFL Films. Yes, I've seen them all probably 10, 15, 20 times at least.
I love those
But
shows.
still, it's fun to go see them, and they'll run through every single one back to back.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it's
I have a set of the Redskins NFL films and the Raiders, and then there's a set I have that's got all from the 80s and stuff, 80s and early 90s. It's really interesting.
Kind of makes me
Oh,
think
nice
back where I was in life during those games.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, big difference compared to now and then.
Yeah, first one I can kind of remember was the '87 when the Giants beat the Broncos 39-20. That was the first one I can kind of remember. That was probably also the one was like, I mean, we could have bet the Browns could have been in this game and done a shit ton better.
I lived and died with Super Bowl 1 and 4 and died with Super Bowl 1. The first half was okay in Super Bowl 1, but after that interception in the third quarter, that was over.
Well, I don't think that the players even thought that was sort of a big deal. It was just sort of a championship game between the two leagues. Like
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Because they played like some of the reserves in the fourth quarter, like sort of like it was a preseason game almost.
Yeah,
right.
Because they thankfully finally got the whole NFL Network showed that they had somebody saved a copy of the full game.
They didn't even call it the Super Bowl the first year.
No, there was the AFL NFL championship game,
World Championship
game. Yeah.
It probably meant more to the AFL team than it did the NFL team.
Probably.
But then the NFL team wanted to prove that they were a far better league.
Oh, you know what happened though after that? When Lombardi said that Kansas City Chiefs would be a good second division team in the NFL, we drew the Chicago Bears in the exhibition season the next year,
Uh-huh.
and we came loaded for the Chicago Bears. I think we beat them like 64-20. In that
Wow.
exhibition game. Yeah, they were about Lombardi's comment.
No mercy.
Yeah, the Bears didn't know I hit them, and they didn't deserve that. But it was coming after that comment. This the San Francisco game with Philadelphia. Did you notice that the 49ers came out of the tunnel with a boombox?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. They come out of the locker room and they're doing this boombox down the tunnel. And they get to the field and I see the boombox.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Michael. I see the boombox and I thought, I don't like that. That really favors Philadelphia because I think the teams that hype up energy like that artificially, I think they fold easier and they fold faster. And that's kind of what happened. San Francisco folded after the injury and the defense started pressing.
Do you think the NFL will ever change that rule of if you put the third stringer in before the fourth quarter that you can't use the original quarterbacks after that?
Oh, wasn't question.
Yeah, that was why there was one game where, it was a season opening game. It was Testaverde and Glenn Foley, I think, got injured, and they put Tom Tupa in as quarterback, the punter, so they didn't have to use their third string quarterback. And he threw 2 touchdown passes, I think. There's a big highlight thing on it, or a big, kind of like NFL throwback. I think did something like that about, there's this rule, and here's how the Jets got around it. Well, it helps when your punter is a former quarterback. Like
I was down with them. If they put McCaffrey in, I was kind of thinking they would do that because Purdy could not throw the ball 5 yards.
No, I know. That's the best. Ridiculous.
At that point, could you just do? I would almost do the Wildcat every play.
Yeah, to put McCaffrey in and
or put Deebo Samuel back there.
Mm-hmm. That way, you still got some of your offense, but the way it was, they were nothing.
Very predictable. Run up the middle, student body left, student body right.
Mm-hmm.
So the first Super Bowl you remember seeing was 21?
Yes.
That makes me feel old. That 13 is I remember seeing some at 12. Dallas and their doomsday defense.
Where's the first one you remember, Michael?
Super Bowl 7.
You saw that one?
Dolphins with the Dolphins and the messed up field goal. Garrow's messed up field goal.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we were trying to think of other kickers that the Dolphins had besides it was Garrow.
Roby.
No, he was a punter.
He was a punter. Roby was a punter. He was a punter. Yeah.
And
Pete wasn't he?
How about Ralph Benerschker?
Was he a Dolphin?
He kicked for San Diego.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, is that I used to be able to memorize like every kicker and punter when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now I could tell you half the punters.
Yeah.
Probably before your time. Do you remember Gerald Wilson of the Chiefs?
No.
Might have been before your time. We've got a friend that used to work for him. He in the off season he worked in the insurance business, and she was his secretary. He was from Mississippi. He would call her, "Darling, you have a way of keeping my ego in check." Well, I remember all the Super Bowls.
The only punter that really matters is Pat McAfee. Yes, but there are some other good ones.
Yes, Reggie Roby should technically be in the Hall of Fame as well.
No, I think so. What a leg he had! His leg he had a wonderful leg.
Yeah,
Boom.
but it's not a sexy position, so of course it's not going to be.
I
Darren
think
Bennett
Ray
should
Guy,
also be.
is Ray Guy in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He got in
Even
before he died.
Even same with kickers. That's not a sexy position, but you want to see somebody like Justin Tucker to be in the Hall of Fame.
I think Adam Vinatieri should get in.
Is he in the final 15?
Not this year, because I don't think he's been retired 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And when he gets in, he should. I don't think he should be first ballot, but I think he should definitely. You kick 2 game-winning kicks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Made how many clutch kicks? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Depending on how long did it take Morton Anderson to get in, and he had the league record for points.
And Jan Stenerud.
Well, Darren Bennett to me should get, because nobody ever did the kicking the ball on end to get it to stop short of the goal line before he did. The Aussie rules kick. Nobody did that before he did that. And he was
fantastic. The first soccer style field goal kicker?
Pete Gogolak.
Pete Gogolak.
Was he before Stenerud?
Yeah.
Yes. I remember Pete Gogolak.
I do too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was watching the college basketball preview.
Paul Govier.
We were bringing up, Michael, that the NFL Network either this weekend or next weekend will be showing all the Super Bowl highlight films.
They've been showing it. They were showing it this morning. I was up watching a few of them.
Okay, so it's this weekend that they were doing it. Okay,
they had the.
They'll run through every Super Bowl.
They had the one I watched was the. I think it was Brady's first or second Super Bowl.
Oh, well, then that's not what I'm thinking of, because
New England against somebody. I don't remember.
Oh, they're doing it for the Brady style. Then this is one where they'll go through one.
They'll go through all of them eventually. Yeah.
Because Radio Row doesn't open till Sunday night, Monday morning.
No, but this is like something NFL Network does on Saturday.
Oh, I know. I see. They used to show it. They used to show it in order.
They will. They will. I'm guessing. Oh, let me see if I can pull up NFL Network's listings.
I'm still trying to remember because I watched it this morning. It was like 7:30, and I turned it on because there was nothing else on this morning except watching the basketball fight. There was a big fight in the basketball game last night.
Which game?
Oh yeah, that must be fun to watch.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was one of those late. It was one of the late games, I think.
Oh. I think it's today, starting at 6:30 for Super Bowl highlights.
An NBA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'll start Super Bowl 1, and then it goes until.
It's got to go till Monday, and that's it. Unless they.
It'll go till 6:30 tomorrow. Through 7:00 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they spend almost all next week by SoFi.
Yeah. So let me see here. 2.
Well, if I had the endurance, I'd like to start with maybe the 1960 NFL Championship with Fast Drive Football. And just play for hours all the championship games.
That'd be fun.
The Eagles were in the 60. The Eagles were in the 60 championship.
Yeah.
I think maybe they'll stop at Super Bowl 50, because I'm only counting 50 of the highlights. I think now it's sort of I don't know if they even do that anymore.
Do they make them an hour long now?
Yeah, some of them are an hour.
Yeah, I think they make them. I think they just do the half-hour ones now. The NFL Network, and maybe they'll do them later on. I don't know, but
that's okay.
I mean, the now it's pretty much just basic highlights. It's not one like John Facenda speaking over. It's just kind of more. They get more of the sideline talk and all that stuff.
Yeah,
without a voiceover guy.
Yeah, the voiceovers. John Facenda. Oh,
and
what a
Harry
voice.
Callis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who was the guy that did it after Harry Callis?
Mm.
I don't remember what that guy's name was.
I know it's Harry Callis. That's all I remember.
Is it digital? Is it digital?
Well, Scott Graham does it
Dice
now.
Wrestling.
Scott Graham on radio is good.
Yeah.
He is good to listen to.
Mm.
You know.
Well, I liked it when they mic'd up Hank Stram in Super Bowl IV.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I love those highlights.
What was his? I'm trying to remember what was his most famous on the sideline. Oh,
Oh, a lot of them. And I pulled them out like last week when they were marking for a first down. His comment was, "You marked it good. You marked it good. Hell of a job."
no, matriculate. That's
Yeah,
what he
Matriculate the ball down the field.
Matriculate the ball
down the field.
Come on, Lenny, matriculate that ball down the field.
That's the way, boys. That's the way, boys, or something like that.
Get it up in the air.
How can 6 of you miss a play like that?
Yeah, I could 6 of you. I quoted that one last week too. I could 6 of you miss a play like that.
And then they roll. He rolls the paper. Nowadays you can't roll the paper because it's copied. It's on.
Actually, he said, Mr. Official, how could 6 of you miss a play like that?
That ball popped out of there, and the coach, if you were on the field, he goes, "Wait, what?"
His son, he was kind of short, and he had a son named Stu Stram that was a heck of a high school quarterback. He also played quarterback at the University of Louisville. But his son was a good college football quarterback, high school quarterback.
They were doing, like I said, I was watching college basketball preview show. They were at UNC Duke, as usual.
Yeah,
okay. Trying to see what
6:30 tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's coming on now, so I can watch it for a while. Lehigh Lafayette, garbage. Winford Radfield, Arkansas, and Stetson. Central Arkansas, Stetson. No. Oh man, there's nothing much on this morning.
No.
Alex in the chat.
1 o'clock is Texas Tech and Baylor on CBS.
Whoopee! They finally won their first conference game. Yippee!
Texas Tech.
Yes.
And then
East Carolina.
3 o'clock, you have the Pebble Beach Pro-Am on CBS.
Okay.
Don't care.
The Senior Bowl is going to be on.
Don't care.
Senior Bowl. Any of you guys tried dice wrestling before? Dice wrestling? It's a free wrestling game. Card and dice game. He says.
Yeah,
That's what Paul Govey was telling me. How is that game, Brian?
I play it sometimes, but I think there are better wrestling games, but it's okay.
Yeah. I played the one PWS that you saw online, but I was trying to look for a different one too.
Yeah, let's see here.
The dice wrestling game gives you look at a boatload of wrestlers, probably 150.
Rob had that game on last night. I don't know if that was a Steam game or a regular.
No, it wasn't a Steam game. You buy that game.
Oh, yeah. I bought my baseball. One of my baseball games. I bought that digital diamond baseball.
That's on Steam too, isn't it? Is that on Steam, Mike?
I'm sorry?
Is that on Steam, the Digital Diamond Baseball? I think
Yes.
it is.
Yep.
Yeah, version 10. Yeah, that is supposed to be a good game too.
It is.
That's got all the seasons.
It's every season.
And it's got all the
and
it's got
you
the dice. You roll the dice digitally, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could. Okay.
It's also you can also use it like replay baseball and score your game on
right. Nice. Yeah.
On the dice wrestling, Dave, on the dice wrestling, I made a little book. I like these little spiral books that have the charts here.
Oh, nice.
And then
Cool.
I made a score tracker where you keep track of the score and the time.
Cool. Good.
That's
Yeah,
that was the problem with like Face to the Mat. It was like it was a score based. It was like some of the names. I understand you can't come up with like wrestler names like right off the bat. It's got to kind of the best ones are just kind of off the cuff, or they're like a combination of like somebody's real name, like Shawn Michaels. His real name is Michael Shawn Higginbottom.
Yeah,
Like, it's like you just got to kind of find a. Unfortunately, can't pull up names in a phone book anymore and just go, okay, what happens if I do, reverse their names or something like that?
and
Or
now
how do I get like this name to match with this name?
And you're going to see nowadays they go by both names because Mr. McMahon decided, oh, we're not going to use your last name or your second name, and it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I know.
You made Austin Theory. You made
Big E Langston, Big E.
Well,
or Cesaro.
There are some good, one name wrestlers, but nowadays, you know them by two names.
Yeah. That's like, oh.
Dave, I have the Pro Superstar Wrestling game also, but
Cool.
It's different than the one you had. This was the 1977 rules.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I kind of like it. But I've never played it on the channel. But I've got a lot of wrestlers with that. Actually, I like this game better than the dice wrestling game.
Right. Okay.
The one Rob had last night.
Everybody saw that Leaping Lenny Poffo passed away.
Yeah, he died yesterday.
I'm going to watch some of his matches on YouTube to,
Randy's brother.
I have him in my wrestling game. Put him in my tournament.
I have Lenny Poffo in this game.
Yeah, that's a nice
brother.
That's where the
Was Poffo?
I have fun with it, but I'm not the best. The best.
Hold on, Dave. What was your question, Brian?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Was Poffo Randy Savage's dad?
That's his brother.
His brother.
Angelo Poffo is Lanny and Randy's dad. All right, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was just saying that I'm not. I try to make this wrestling game interesting on the internet, but it's not really working out too well because it kind of goes fast, and you're just like, okay, rolling the OC, okay, a 6, okay, OC, okay, thumb to the eye, okay, body slam. It's so,
you can slow it down as much as you want.
Yeah, I could,
way.
yeah.
Listen to
maybe that's exactly the thing is to slow it down a little bit and try to use more adjectives like electricity and how they feel about each other and what's going on and how the pain hurts them and stuff like that.
Al Red Sox fan is spectacular calling wrestling matches that he does. He's really good at that.
Who is?
Al Red Sox fan.
Oh yeah, I like to watch some of his wrestling.
When he does wrestling,
not Tim, but Rob put up a wrestling game just last night. It was the one where you make your own card.
That was good. I liked it.
I want to watch that today. Yeah, I hear that's an interesting game. Good. What's the name of that game? It's head over something. I can't think.
Head over heels.
Maybe it was. Was that what it is? Head over heels?
Well, no. That was what he called the league, but it's.
The league. Okay. But the name of the game, I can't remember the name of the game.
It was like Tom Fogel's Wrestling's Finest, I think.
Yeah.
That was the name of
Jackson Bosch.
Let's see how he does it, But I have a huge tournament with the 64 wrestlers. Well, 6 to get to 32, and then all the way down. Whoever wins is going to be the champion. Then I'm going to do a 10-man battle royal, and that person's going to fight for the heavyweight championship belt against the one that wins the tournament. So I'm going to do that too. So I'll have a battle royal on there too.
See, that's the hard thing about playing wrestling. You have to use your imagination and come up with a storyline. And
that's what I need to do. Yeah, and
I have trouble with that.
I've been trying to. The first wrestlers are easy, but then you don't know who you're going to face.
Right.
But I can all of a sudden lie and just say, well, these guys have been antagonizing each other for a while now in the locker room or whatever, But they really haven't because this is just the next guy on the card,
Face to the Mat's pretty good on storylines. These two wrestlers are. The
Yeah, facing
You
the
can
mat.
just-
Yeah.
storylines and face the mat.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I was going to say, that's
Paul Govio's going to send me the stuff, and he's gonna build me an Excel web page so I can digitalize it, so I can play it because I'm in bed, and that way I can play it on the computer and stuff. He'll digitalize it for me.
I was going to say that was kind of the whole thing with wrestling, even to watch it, is the storyline, I suppose. But then
I love the
you can
storylines.
say that about any sport. It's a
Sure.
storyline.
Well, we have the best.
Brian, how accurate would you say the old pay dirt football game is from?
I love the old pay dirt football game.
It's now database.
Data driven.
It has cards with green and red and yellow
Yeah.
and all that on it. Now that was an excellent game. I played a season with the '86 Cleveland Browns when I got that game. It was so freaking fun.
Mhm.
It was so freaking fun, guys.
And
Yeah, I loved it.
Can you get good quality sets
Maybe on
of the
maybe on
box
maybe on eBay.
from,
I think
from
you
like
can,
the old
yeah.
seasons though?
I'll get
Yeah, I
that for
think
you.
so.
You can't order them. Let me go get the game and I'll tell you.
All right.
Yeah, you can't order them. No.
Well, data driven football. I know the website and everything, but it looked like as far as ordering actual cards where they'd print them for you and everything.
Right.
You
Yeah.
get like the most recent season or something, and then
Right.
maybe.
Well, it's an excellent game. It's really fun. I love to play with two players. It's really fun with two players.
Yeah, there's a
But you can play a
Facebook
single player
page
just fine.
for it where you can get like the a chart and you can roll dice to pick your defense and stuff on your
Sure.
yeah.
The has college game has college available too for that. I played the NFL, but it has college available too. Yeah.
Bowl bound.
Yep, it's a wonderful game. Bowl bound. That's right. Yes. Yes. Yep.
So this is the game, data driven football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But can't you only get the most current season though in the
No, you can.
printed
There's some past ones, but I'm not finding that paper here.
I bought it in '86 when it first
maybe
came out.
you
That
can get
game.
the PDF.
I think it was '85 or '86. Yeah, '86.
All right, guys, I'm going to get going here.
All right,
Take care, Tim. Bye,
Popping in,
Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, Mike. Mike's staying. Oh, Mike's staying.
I'm staying for a little bit.
You
Yep,
just waving.
because I
He's
have
just
to.
saying bye.
I
I'm saying-
I was off
Yeah,
too.
saying bye
I
to
have
Tim.
an errand. I have an
Yeah.
errand to. I have errands to run.
Oh, here's Paul Govier.
So,
What's he saying?
so can you get past seasons of that printed?
You
Brian?
can, but I think you need to like Google data driven football.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you can get some past seasons, yes.
Yeah, but they don't have the new rules for it, just the old rules that. And then you can get the dice that come with it because I know that one of them is
Yes.
like
Yeah. I got the
different
2022 seasons. What I have, or 20? No, excuse me. I have the 2019 season. That's what I have. But yeah, you get the dice and everything you need.
Right. Yep.
So, Michael, this basketball fight you were talking about, what was that all about?
I don't know. Like I said, I saw the I saw the headline, and then I had to go. I had to take a dog outside, and then by the time I got back, I missed it. But all I know
You
is
just
there
saw
was
a clip of it on Sports Center or something.
Yeah, it was on Sports Center this morning. I'll find it.
NBA game.
Yeah, it was an NBA game. Yes, it was. Where is it? Where am I? Who am I? Why am I?
I'll have to catch somebody's radio.
I'm
show
busy
on
working on updated rosters. There were so many minor league signings yesterday. Wait a minute.
Updated rosters for what, Mike? Are you playing fantasy baseball or football or basketball?
Yep.
What do you? Baseball.
Baseball. Yeah.
Baseball. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking
Magic.
for rookies myself.
Magic Timber. Orlando and the Timberwolves and the
Orlando and Minnesota.
5 ejections. Yeah.
Price suspensions pending.
There were five ejections last night.
Was Bobo involved in that with those Magic?
I'll see who was in it. Let's see.
So, do you and your wife
let's
play
see.
that game at all,
Mitchell?
Brian?
Pardon?
Yeah,
You and
Bomba
your
was
wife
the.
play that game at all? The
We have a game or two up online, which are one of my favorite.
yeah, I
videos.
saw the Chiefs and
Yep,
somebody.
Bomba was in it. He was one of the ones that was starting it. That started it.
Oh, really?
Austin Rivers and Mo Bamba were the ones that started it.
You have Pater on your channel? Is that what you said, Brian? You have Pater on your channel?
Just a couple games.
I'd like to try to see that. I
When the
didn't
Chiefs,
know.
when the Chiefs were in the 2019 Super Bowl, I think we played Buffalo and
You
Kansas
did
City.
play Pater. That's right. I remember that. That was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. Some years ago.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, but I like
Obviously.
that game.
Yeah, that's fun.
It really flows well. It goes kind of fast.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I have a season of it. I don't have it here though. My dad's got it probably in his basement up in Illinois, and it was from the early '90s. It was maybe 91, 92,
Yeah.
probably 92. But I enjoyed playing it. So
Yep.
Yeah. Now that the names are on the fast drive cards, you could play it with a season of fast drive, and then when somebody scores, you could use a finder to see who scored. You could do that.
Yep.
I watched some of your game last night. The one you had on yesterday.
Baseball?
Football.
I didn't put I put a football game up about 4 or 5 days ago, I think.
Yeah, it was Philadelphia and New England.
Yeah, the Tom Brady.
The Brady, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The
Tribute,
Super Bowl.
yeah.
I don't know what I didn't say for the final, but New England was leading. New England was leading, so I figured it was 20 to 9.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. All right, in that game are all the seasons available, or is there a certain one?
They're all available, and he has the players' names on all the sets from the beginning to 1980.
Very good.
That's awesome.
He says he'll get the rest of them up in a few days, I think.
That's very good.
What's it cost for a set, like a season set? Do you know?
Fast Drive Football is free.
It's free. Oh, really?
Yeah, just go to fastdrivefootball.com, and it's a PDF.
I'll get a PDF, and you can get it printed off, right? I can get it printed off.
Yeah, you got to print it off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. That would cost me a little bit, but that would be all right.
It's not that bad.
No.
Yeah, I like the 2.0 version. There's two versions, and the best one I think is better.
What's the difference between the other and the 2.0?
He added a few things like extreme rain.
Okay, nice.
You do an extreme weather roll before the game.
Do they have a 2-point conversion on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they got a college game, and then the overtime rules for college, all that stuff.
Oh, that's good. Oh, there you go.
Really nice.
And you get all the seasons. He doesn't give you all the teams in college. I think he gives you like the top 32.
Well, that's
and
good.
then he's got a set of all the Heisman winners and maybe all the national champions or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. What now?
Now, Dave, also, though, he's got alternate score sheets where you can put their traits on the score sheet. You don't have to print the teams.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
You could just print the score sheets and then write their traits on the score sheet and play that way.
Right.
There you go.
That's nice.
Oh, the Sean Payton signing was official, by the way.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I was kind of surprised. Well, when he wore that orange,
time to make their decision on what year they want their first round pick, or
who?
Well, I heard they could either do a first rounder this year and a second the next year, or put the first round pick off 1 year and then add a second rounder.
Yeah, because that pick, what number pick is that? That's like 28.
28 or 20, yeah.
I think Denver's going to take that 28. I'm just laughing because I'm looking at mock preview drafts, and
Let me ask you about Sean Payton. Did he run for 1,000 yards?
No.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Okay. No. All right.
I just like he wore that orange tie. That was cute. So he knew beforehand what was going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, in the mock draft that I saw, they have all these quarterbacks going in the first round, and I'm like, no,
4 in the first 10 picks. Yeah.
yeah, no, they're
Yeah.
not that good. The one quarterback I look at, and I'm like saying, why are they doing it? Is that quarterback from Florida?
Yeah,
I watched-
I've seen him rated like the number 2 pick, maybe even the number 1 pick overall in a mock draft somewhere.
I think Chicago's going to trade the pick, but they're going to probably want a boatload.
They probably should to try to acquire either like 2 first rounders or something, or the
maybe,
first and
or maybe
couple
they
seconds.
would take, or maybe they would take the player that another team wanted, and make a trade to that, because technically Chicago can negotiate with anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know who the number 1 pick is right now. Doesn't even matter right now because things change. Things can change.
I do think the Colts will take a quarterback. I think for sure.
Yeah, but which one? Which is the best quarterback in the draft? Stetson Bennett? No, he's a drunk.
Well, he had a bad weekend or something, I think.
Yeah, he had a bad weekend. You know, Dallas ain't going to touch him.
The 2 top quarterbacks might be too small. I think that's what's kind of holding people off.
Yeah.
So then it goes down to Will Levis. And I do think
probably get a quarterback in the 3rd, 4th round or something like that. And it would be something. You know, all you got to remember is
translates to being a good NFL quarterback, Brian?
Pardon?
You think Will Levis translates to the NFL?
He might translate better than C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young because those 2 are pretty small.
Stroud will probably be a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and somebody will overpay for him.
You'll need to go to a system that will develop a quarterback, that's for sure.
Stroud might be a guy that, with some development, might be able to be a serviceable quarterback. But I really didn't think much of him when I was watching him play last year until that playoff game where he seemed like he really stepped up and did well there.
Bryce Young really did a number on Kansas State, so I'm impressed with him. But he's also small.
Yeah, that was a rout.
Yeah.
Is the guy from TCU still in college this year?
Yes, he is, but I think he's transferring.
Yep. The guy from the Heisman Trophy winner is still in the draft. Also, is not in the draft because he's only a sophomore.
So I'm looking forward to the draft. It's going to be right across the street from where I live. It's very close.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, was the guy from Tennessee in the draft? Hooker?
I don't know, but a 4th,
coming off an injury.
Pick. Yeah, 4th, 5th round pick. Anyway, my turn to leave. Now I got to get ready to do my chores.
Bye. I got to go too, guys. I'm going to go play with my son. We're going to play a miniatures play by email game, war game.
Okay.
You take care. Bye-bye.
I guess it's a good time to wrap then, Brian, and we'll see you later in the week, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
have a good day, everybody. So long, everybody.